Okay, folks. All right. We got a couple of these figures that we need to. He needs to be sealed, and this guy needs boots put on. So let's go ahead and do it on his boots, and then we can go about painting the last Winter American. The last Winter American that isn't one of these Platoon 20 guys. I don't think I'm gonna paint them. They're very stump. They got all kinds of stuff wrong with them. Even this guy isn't too bad. His pose is actually good. He just has a big ass chipmunk head. The Thompson's actually not bad. Like I said, the pose isn't bad, but chipmunk looking head. All right. Let's try to open this carefully, not get the stuff everywhere. Fine, got a little bit of water. And of course, the boot color here, which we've been using this werewolf fur. There's actually a lot of different colors I could have used. I just decided to use this one. I wish I kind of had the mindset to like write down the date when I bought some of these paints just to see how long some of them lasted. I've got some paints that are 25 years old, easily 25 years old. I've got some paints I think that are 35 years old. Which is really crazy. Hey man, how long does that take? What, painting this? I don't know. Paint figure? If I had time, it probably a couple hours. Not too bad. Only because these guys are simple to do. Actually, doing it doesn't take that long. It's the, time. Yeah, unfortunately, they don't, doesn't really do them justice almost to, unless I'm taking like a picture of them or seeing them in person. Because the light, I mean, I'd need to get several more lights for you guys to see them okay. Well, the thing is it takes a while to paint them, but then when you're done painting them, you don't have to paint them again. Like they're done. You can keep moving forward. So it's not like you're baking a cake and it's like, all right, cake's done. Now what? Now we're going to eat it. You mean you're going to destroy everything that I've slaved over? Yep. Well, that's not my idea of a good time. And this will be the end of this squad. We've got a leader. And my leader, I mean, he's an officer. He's like a LT or a captain or somebody. He's got a 1911, which the holsters of the high 1911 are always like a really loud color. They're like bright leather colored, very orangish. Okay, this guy also has Les Jaquettes. Okay, so let's go ahead and get doing that. And then where we go from here, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where we're going to go from here. But I want to stay on the figures for a little bit. I've been enjoying this. It's good to go back and forth, and I like putting little names on them. You can't really do that with the vehicles. All right, so we decided to use Parasite Brown, mixing this overcoat color because it's kind of a unique color compared to the rest of the equipment. We're going to paint the whole damn thing. In this darkest of shades that we're doing. I just hope these figures are durable. Now, after I've primed them, after we washed them, after we primed them, after we put paint on them, after you sealed them, they stiffen up quite a bit. Because a lot of these plastic figures don't get the respect they deserve, and I don't blame them because I was one of those people that was like, plastic figures, those are no good. Well, that's not true. The worst thing about plastic figures, well, there's several bad things about plastic figures. One of them is if you want a bunch of individual poses, you got to mix manufacturers. There's very few people that make a lot of individual poses for figures. There is one company I came across, and it's not a World War II period, and I want to say it's Strelitz. Strelitz has this series of figures for the Crimean War, and for whatever reason, there'll be like a pack of, I don't know how many people are in this pack. I'm gonna say it's 48 soldiers or something like that for like the British, like British infantry or something like that for the Crimean War. And it's like, let's say there's 48 figures in there. Every single one is a separate pose. It's amazing. It's not a period that I'm interested in, but it's just like it's amazing that you have a soft plastic figure brand. So pretty affordable to buy, pretty good detail. They all have individual poses, every single one of them. And Strelitz doesn't do that with their other stuff. I don't know why the Crimean War stuff is, but the British and the Russians that they face, same way. They got Russian infantry that have like a mixture of soft caps, like kepis, kind of like what the Confederates used in the Civil War, and some helmets that look very Prussian-like, and it's like split half and half. I think that pack. I looked at it, I was like, holy crap, this is really neat that you have a bunch of individual figures like that. So good for them. But I don't know. I can't remember if Strelitz is Russian or not. They might be, which means they're probably having a hell of a time trying to get those figures. These guys are Mars. A buddy of mine sent these to me, so least I can do is paint them. And it's not like he sent me stuff I didn't want to paint. So once we painted the first one of these, I don't know how long ago it was. Say 2 weeks ago. We've just been dialing them up every day, just knocking them out. So the other night I went through what other winter figures I already have, because it's getting hot out there. So I want to paint snow. And I better pay attention to what the hell I'm doing, or I'll have to do it twice. But a lot of these soft plastic figures, I was one of the ones who was like, those are no good. They're not durable. And then you get in and look at like some of these classic Airfix figures that have been around a long time, have some pretty good sculpting to them. They're nothing to be like discounting, like, those are no good. I mean, some of them aren't worth a shit, like Atlantic figures. Atlantic figures are extremely weird, and a few other brands, but most of them are actually pretty decent. And we're going to give this guy a whitewashed helmet just to mix it up. I got a lot of guys that don't have a whitewashed helmet. We'll make this guy have a whitewashed helmet. Yeah, we got home a little later than I would have liked to from work, and watched some TV with a wife. A couple episodes, a sitcom we're watching, and I'm like, it might be too late to do this. I'm like, oh, I'll give it a good old English try, as if we can't knock something else out. And I don't feel the need to have to use these guys specifically for a winter setting. All right, and now we need a little bit of that white, wherever it went to. Here, watery ass white. Put out a product line of paint, all within appropriate names. You know, bunghole brown and now I don't know how long I'm going to make it on here, but I'll tell you what. making an attempt to do something is better than not making that attempt at all. So even if we just finish the overcoat, we're moving in the correct direction. Yeah, I'm already fading, but I've been up for a long time. And I specifically did not make coffee. All right, I'm going to call it. I'm not getting any momentum and I'm falling asleep. So we'll be back on our regular scheduled time in the morning and we'll see you guys then. Have a good night. Bye bye.